Retiring Republican Senator Pat Toomey is joining a private equity firm after a long career of fighting to protect their interests. Now, of course, this is how politics works. You have lawmakers who are lobbied by big business or Wall Street, and then once their political career is over, they have a nice, cushy landing at either a corporation or in this case, a private equity firm. On February 22nd, Apollo Group management announced that Toomey, who retired from Senate in January, will serve on the firm's board of directors. Corporate board seats are particularly coveted because they pay well and typically require little work. In fact, he will be receiving about $600,000 in stock options, and that's in addition to his salary. In a statement about his recent position, he said, "After 18 years in the public sector, I'm excited to bring my differentiated perspectives to the board of Apollo, a firm that plays an important role in generating retirement income for millions of savers and providing capital for business growth." This is an unsurprising move, to be quite honest with you all. And I'll give you a sense of how he essentially helped him out in his position as a United States Senator in just a moment. Before I do, Cenk, I know you love this topic.
Yeah, of course. So Pat Toomey took $5 million from the same industry in campaign contributions when he was in office. And so now he's gonna take the $150,000 salary, the $600,000 in options, et cetera, gets you $750,000 at a minimum per year, every year, okay? And that goes straight into his pocket. So you get the campaign contributions so you can get into office, and so you can do it as you're told, like a good little boy, buy private equity, and afterwards you get the direct bribe so you can get rich off it. But do you know how much work it is to be on a board? Correct answer, almost none. Okay, so they meet once every 3 months. The board meetings usually, depends, obviously varies on the company, but usually is about 3 hours. That's 1 hour a month of work. Now you could study at a time, and if you're a good member, you should, right? Maybe you put in another 3 hours, maybe a whole 6 other hours. Go nuts. So what are we talking about? 3 hours a month, max. 3 hours a month. $750,000. And do you know how much Pat Toomey knows about the financial industry? Nothing, nada. What the hell is he gonna say on the board? He doesn't know anything.
He knows a thing or two about the carried interest loophole.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'll get to in just a moment, but no, Cenk, I mean, we know exactly what his expertise is, right? He has connections to lawmakers.
Exactly.
That is what his value is, right?
He's gonna help them bribe the current lawmakers.
Exactly. So let's get to carried interest, because that is where Pat Toomey really helped this industry out, and they rewarded him with this position. In recent years, Toomey played a pivotal role in preserving the so-called carried interest loophole, which allows ultra-wealthy private equity managers, oh, what a coincidence, to pay the lower capital gains rate of 20% on large portions of their income, as opposed to the regular top income tax rate of 37%. An industry lobbyist told the Associated Press that Toomey had been an all-star in their fight to protect the carried interest loophole in the tax legislation. This is how it works. They get bribed when they're in positions of power in the halls of Congress. They take those bribes as orders to essentially help the financial industry in this specific case, right? And the ultra wealthy when it comes to the carried interest loophole. And then once their political career comes to an end, they have a nice soft landing with an incredibly lucrative salary and stock options at a private equity firm or somewhere else on Wall Street.
Now let me explain what the carried interest loophole is so you know what kind of an outrage it is. So if you're investing money, they say, well, we want you to do that. We want to incentivize you to do that. And of course, if you didn't get a special tax rate, you'd never invest any money, which is of course absurd. You know who says it's absurd? Warren Buffett says it. He's like, no capitalist wouldn't invest because, oh my God, you're gonna make a little less based on the taxes. The question is, do you have a margin at all pre-taxes, right? So this is already clear. The idea that they should get an extra break, the capital gains tax, et cetera, is already absurd. But this is not that. These are guys who make money off of investing other people's money. The money they're getting is just a salary. It should be taxed at the top rate like everybody else. Look, if you're a doctor, you make a lot of money, you're a heart surgeon, you work your ass off, you studied your ass off, et cetera, you're getting the 37%. These guys are going, well, I'm investing other people's money. I just want a 20%. There's no rationalization for it at all. They're just like, I want the money, Lebowski. And they got corrupt people like Senator Toomey and tons of other corrupt senators. And it's not just Democrats. I'm sorry, not just Republicans. Kristen Sinema is the biggest pleaser of the private equity industry. She's fought tooth and nail to make sure that they keep that incredibly unjust tax cut that's called the carried interest loophole. And guys, it's cost all of us hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe even trillions. And because when they don't pay it, we have to pay it. And criminals like Toomey, who are not criminals according to the law, but perfectly upstanding citizens and according to corporate media, okay, are the ones who transfer that money. So would you pay Toomey $750,000 to be your good servant if you were gonna get billions in return? You'd be nuts not to. Of course you're gonna give him $5 million in campaign contribution. Of course you're gonna give him about $1 million a year, and you're gonna give it to the next senator and the next senator, because you're saving billions. Any rational businessman would do it. It's called corruption, and we've legalized bribery, and yet no one in power will talk about it. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.